Step one, the planning phase. It is February 11th, which means it's only one day after I actually got tickets for the Noah Kahn concert on July 27th. We have 166 days until the concert. I feel like this might be a little bit of an overkill to start now, but it's better to be early than late, I guess. I have this idea in my head, and I don't know how exactly to execute it, so we're going to go through all of the steps together. I don't know. I think I want the thinner straps, and I think I want it to be white. I think those are the two things that I have narrowed down. In theory, I could do a bunch of granny square, or not like granny squares, but a bunch of squares that have this dragonfly pattern and put them together to make a vest. But I don't know how the sleeves would look, which is my only fear with that. So we'll have to see. We have two different yarn threads. I have my little sketch drawn out. You can't see it. I have the sketch. I have written all of the steps and all the things that I need to do to accomplish my plan. But I wanted to give a little bit of a backstory. Basically, a lot of people on TikTok have been saying that we're all dressing up as bugs because there's a line in one of his songs called The View Between Villages that says, as the last of the bugs leave their homes again. And people are using that as inspo to dress up for the concerts. I had a plan to make a crochet vest with little dragonflies on the sides because it's a little bit of a nod to that. And also, I have a dragonfly tattoo, so I feel like I can wear this after the concert or before the concert, and it doesn't have to solely be for this specific thing. I saw an image of a vest that I liked the silhouette of, so I drew that out, and then I had to, in my head, map out the panels and how I would be crocheting this because that's how it works. I've never written a pattern, I've never made my own thing. I usually just go off of somebody else's, so this is new for me. Now I need to swatch because I have this thread which is a bit thicker. And then I also have this one, which is like the lace doily thread that most people use. And then I have a bunch of different hooks. I just recently got a 1 millimeter because I feel like I've heard a lot of people say to use this for the smaller yarn. I'm going to try a couple different swatches out and we'll see how they look. I have no experience blocking or actually making pieces to wear, but we're using filet crochet technique, I think, unless I don't like how these look. So let's get started with swatching and testing, and then I will run through measurements and all that stuff once I actually know how much this equals. So we have these two yarns. I've been doing the swatches. Well, I did a singular swatch. I had planned on doing 4 different swatches because I wanted to see size-wise what things would look like. I still might do another one, but this is the size of when I just did chain 1 double crochet to make the empty boxes instead of chain 2. So the boxes are smaller and the hook was smaller. So this is a 1 millimeter, if that matters to you. I started using this yarn to make a swatch, and I think this is just going to be a bit too big and too wide for what I'm looking for. It could work, but I think I want to use this. So I need to now, I don't know if I'm going to block it and then measure it so that I can see how much I need to do of this to make the full panel. I think I'm going to do like completely open like this for the back, and then for the front it's going to have the dragonflies in it. This is the 10 by 10 swatch. Doesn't sit very flat because it's not blocked, but it's like small. We have some updates. So I did the swatch like we saw. I measured how tall I think I want it to be and how wide. So basically I did a measurement of all around, and then hopefully in theory, oh, I divided it into 4 and then I put 2 of them together. So, oh, that's not gonna be. This is me in real time trying to use any semblance of math I have left. So I'm going to attempt to figure out how many spaces I need, how many stitches I need, so that eventually I can start just crocheting, because we figured out the yarn, we figured out the hook. I just need to figure out the number of stitches and also the dragonfly pattern, because I think I'm just going to do, I've made a decision that I'm going to do just a mesh stitch, so that means all open spaces on the back panel, and then on the front panel will be the dragonfly. So I will need to do that next step, but doing calculations right now. It's been a few hours. I know I'm still in the same spot. Eventually, maybe another day, you'll see a different angle. But we've started on the first panel. This is 30 spaces. So it was 64 chains, 30 stitches, I guess. I don't know if they're stitches or space, whatever. 30 of them. I have to do 7 rows of all open, and then we can start the pattern. I'll insert the picture. I'm using Stitch Fiddle. Finally figured out how it works, so I'm using that. I have 7 rows of just all open spaces, and then we can start the actual dragonfly pattern. I fear I don't think this will take as long as I'm thinking, but I don't want to just like do it all in one. I don't want to just do it all in one jump, because obviously it's only February and I don't need it until July. But I just wanted to like get started on it and make sure that I had everything that I needed. This yarn is the Aunt Lydia's crochet thread size 10 in white. So that's what I'm using. Then I'm doing chain 1 double crochet for the open spaces, and then the closed spaces will be 3 double crochets together. So if that makes any sense. I don't really know. This is what it looks like so far. This is going to be one panel, so half of the front, half of the front, and then the back side is just going to be this all the way through. So we have a long way to go, but thought I would update you. I'm going to just continue working on this for the foreseeable future. I just needed a long-term project, and I'm so excited that this is it. It is now February 14th, 4 days since I started working on this project, and last you saw, I think, I started the panel. This is her so far. Okay, I think she's taking it this way. Okay, so this is little dragonfly. I've done everything but crochet and everything but update this video in the last 6 months, and now we are 2 days away from the concert, and I have 2 of the panels done, and I've been working on the 3rd panel for give or take 3 or 4 months. So I'm going to finish this. I was going to say I'm going to attempt to, but I need to finish this by tonight so that tomorrow I can either block it and then put it together, or put it together and then block it, or maybe it won't even get blocked, who knows. But this is what we have so far of the back panel. I'm kind of regretting my decision to not do a design on the back, just because I feel like it would make this more interesting, but it is also the back panel, so I'm not too worried about it. The front panel has the little dragonflies. This is, I think, about 40 rows, and I need, I think, 80, maybe 70. So I have a lot to get done tonight, but I have all evening, all of tomorrow, and then Monday's the concert, so hopefully I can get it done. This is the progress we've made. Do the dragonflies. All I'm gonna do is put these together. And I'm not going to wear, I don't think, this t-shirt. I think I'm going to wear a tighter shirt. So hopefully that helps with the sleeves, because I feel like the sleeves might be a little bit too small. So we have this as a silhouette. Just have this black top. We have dragonflies. Dragonflies. And then we have, or this. This one feels snug. But I don't know. Let's do a final try on of the entire outfit. I think the concert is going to be a separate video. Sorry to make you wait, but this is just kind of the process. Okay, this is the full fit. You can't really see all of it, but this is the full fit. down. I should have blocked it probably. I guess I could move this down. I just kind of put it at the top because it's kind of what felt right in the moment. This is its final form. But yeah, cute. I'm just gonna wear it Converse, high tops. So this is the fit. I feel like I could have done more with the skirt if I had more time, but we're just going with it. There's a little drag. There's still some ends I should probably weave in right now, but I don't really want to. So that might just be a... Yay! Thanks for watching.